Chosen One. This report is intended for those currently experiencing a deep internal shift, what may feel like an unexplainable pull toward something greater than the physical world. If you're watching or listening to this message, it is not by accident. You've arrived at a precise moment that signals spiritual timing, not human coincidence. Recently, footage emerged from a location near the ancient ruins at the Israel border. This visual data, while appearing at first to be incidental, carries with it deeper symbolic implications. For many, it's just imagery. For a select few, it serves as confirmation, a spiritual signpost that a major transformation is underway. If you've been sensing change, if your inner awareness has heightened without clear external cause, what you're experiencing is not confusion. It's alignment. A spiritual recalibration is in progress. And for the chosen ones, this moment marks a distinct transition from seeking clarity to becoming the message itself. This report outlines a critical development. A global spiritual reordering is underway. Those who are tuned in, those whose spirits are sensitive to energetic changes, are beginning to feel it. They are shifting not just in thought, but in presence. What was once a distant desire, purpose, clarity, manifestation, is now entering reality. This change is not merely intellectual. It's an energetic shift occurring at the soul level. Many describe it as a sense of acceleration, where time feels compressed and events unfold rapidly. This is not psychological fatigue. It is the pace of alignment catching up with divine timing. But alignment requires readiness, and herein lies the urgency. A spiritual opportunity is opening, a window where divine timing intersects with human awareness. Those who are prepared to receive it will experience profound transformation. Those who hesitate may miss it entirely. This is not a warning of disaster. It is a notification of spiritual elevation. However, such elevation is not passive. It must be matched with conscious intention. As with any shift in momentum, a lack of readiness leads not to punishment, but to delay. And in this moment, delay carries significant cost. To support this transition, reflection and preparation are essential. Viewers are encouraged to take pause, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Detach from unnecessary distractions. Re-evaluate what is holding attention. Is it rooted in spirit or in fear? The footage from the Israel border reveals a wing-like structure descending from the sky. To some, it may appear random. To others, it is a symbol of release. In many traditions, wings represent flight, protection, and divine messengers. The i.e. descent of such an object may be interpreted as a sign to shed the excess, to release what no longer serves the soul's progression. This is a symbolic directive. Let go, not only of outdated beliefs, but also of material dependencies, emotional burdens, and internal narratives that limit spiritual access. Just as a bird must shed old feathers to fly again, the chosen one must relinquish outdated attachments to rise. The message embedded in this symbolic act is clear. Spiritual elevation requires a lightness of being. To ascend into a higher purpose, one cannot be tethered by material weight or emotional fatigue. This moment invites the chosen one to surrender what is outdated and accept the unknown with clarity and calm. From a broader lens, the moment is not isolated. Reports from around the world show a rising trend of individuals experiencing similar realizations. These are not coordinated. They are spontaneous awakenings, individuals beginning to see themselves not as separate, but as part of a spiritual collective. It is a quiet yet significant signal of a global shift. And within this global awakening, those marked as chosen, the spiritually aware, the inwardly guided, hold a unique role. This role is not self-appointed, nor is it marked by grandiosity. It is a responsibility, a calling to be present in a changing world and to serve as a guide, not by preaching, but by embodying alignment. This emergence of spiritual leaders is not sudden. It has been building. For many, the path has included years of confusion, detours, and silence. Now, in this new phase, those experiences make sense. They were not wasted. They were preparations. What follows next is not a promise of comfort, but of clarity. The chosen one's journey includes moments of pressure, detachment, and elevation. These experiences are not punishments. They are part of the recalibration process, a necessary refinement before greater purpose is revealed. And so, this is the invitation. Step into readiness. Move from passive waiting to intentional preparation. Reflect deeply. Simplify wherever possible. Recognize that the universe is aligning not just events, but people and places, all to create a clear path forward for the chosen. This transformation is not visible to everyone. It is a coded message for those whose inner signals are already activated. The call is not for attention, but for awareness. As this part of the message concludes, it is important to acknowledge the shift is already underway. The timeline has already begun to diverge. The next phase of this process, for the chosen ones, involves stepping into visibility, not for personal gain, but as a reflection of spiritual alignment. As we continue from where Part 1 concluded, the shift that has been initiated is not merely internal. For chosen ones, the signs will also begin to manifest externally. You may start to notice your interactions changing. Conversations will feel different. Relationships will evolve, and your role within your environment will begin to shift. This is not an identity crisis. It is identity clarification. What once seemed tolerable or even comfortable may now feel misaligned. This change is not meant to isolate you. It is meant to prepare you. The people, patterns, and places that no longer support your growth will begin to recede, not because you're better than them, but because you are being repositioned. This repositioning is not punishment. It is protection. It is alignment. The spiritual elevation you are stepping into requires space. Space to receive, space to reflect, and space to operate without unnecessary distraction. As the shift unfolds, your energetic field, your presence, begins to carry more weight. People may be drawn to you. Others may pull away. Both are natural. Both are necessary. At this stage, maintaining balance is key. Spiritual growth often comes with emotional intensity. You may experience waves of energy, sometimes calm, sometimes heavy. This fluctuation is part of the expansion process. As your awareness increases, your sensitivity to both higher and lower frequencies will also sharpen. Grounding practices, such as silence, meditation, mindful walks, or prayer, are not optional. They are essential. For chosen ones, clarity in intention becomes a cornerstone of this next phase. What you focus on now will determine the direction of your evolution. If your focus is reactive, based on fear, doubt, or unresolved emotions, the path may feel unstable. But if it is proactive, guided by trust, service, and alignment, the path will unfold with increasing clarity. The concept of creator mode, introduced earlier, is not symbolic. It refers to a real energetic state where your thoughts, beliefs, and intentions begin to shape outcomes more quickly than before. This is why mindfulness is critical. The more in tune you are with the divine, the more influence your energy carries. In either this state, manifestation becomes less about desire and more about direction. You are not being asked to manifest material things for validation. You are being positioned to manifest impact, solutions, insights, presence. The universe doesn't need more noise. It needs resonance. It needs those who are aligned to bring clarity into a world that often lacks it. And yet, this process does not make you a guru, a savior, or a spectacle. It makes you available. The role of a chosen one is not to convince. It is to demonstrate, through clarity, stillness, and discernment, that another way exists. A higher way. This does not mean you must be perfect. It means you must be intentional. The activation of this phase will begin to alter how others respond to you. Some will feel comforted by your presence. Others may feel challenged by it. Again, this is not about superiority. It's about frequency. You are being tuned, and those around you will either resonate or disconnect accordingly. Let that happen. This stage of growth is not about control. It's about trust. Trust that your journey is valid even when misunderstood. Trust that your presence is purposeful even when unacknowledged. Trust that the shifts happening now are not chaos. They are calibration. Within this calibration, synchronicities will increase. Time may feel distorted. Repeating numbers, recurring themes, or meaningful encounters will occur more frequently. These are not distractions. They are confirmations. Track them if needed. Reflect on them often, but do not become fixated. They are signposts, not destinations. As this awareness deepens, it is likely you will be drawn to higher learning, not necessarily through institutions, but through intuitive guidance. Books may arrive at the right time. Teachers may speak what your soul already knows. These experiences are part of the divine support structure now being activated for you. Creator mode also brings responsibility. When your thoughts shape energy and your energy shapes outcomes, you must choose where to place your focus. Not every argument requires your opinion. Not every opportunity is aligned. Not every open door is meant to be walked through. Discernment is the skill of this era. Let your inner alignment be the compass. You were not chosen to escape reality. You were chosen to refine it. And as you rise, remember, ascension is not about detachment. It's about perspective. You are not here to float above the world. You are here to walk through it with awareness, wisdom, and purpose. For many, this awakening marks the start of something they can't yet explain. But for the chosen one, it is a return to clarity, a return to trust, a return to purpose. The footage that initiated this message was only the beginning. It was a visual cue that spiritual recalibration has begun. But the real work, the real elevation, happens now in how you live, how you think, and how you lead. As this shift continues, there is one consistent truth that will guide you. Divine timing does not operate on your schedule. It operates on your readiness. And according to the signals you're receiving, readiness is now. The transformation you've felt internally is about to be seen externally. The world may not understand it. That's okay. You weren't chosen for approval. You were chosen for alignment. Walk forward with calm, clarity, and courage. The shift is not coming. It's already here, and you are part of it. Chosen one, if you've made it this far, it means the message has resonated deeply. You didn't find this video by coincidence. You were led here as part of your awakening, a sign that your path is unfolding exactly as it should. Everything you've seen, everything you've felt, is part of a greater alignment. Now is your moment to act with intention. If this message spoke to you, don't let it stop here. Share it. Comment below with the number 99 to affirm your readiness for this next phase. Subscribe if you haven't already, so we can continue walking this journey together.